Where are we? There we go. All right. I'm here to talk to you about Year 10 3D game design and development, and why you might want to choose this subject in 2021. So what students will do in the subject is based around making games, okay? Now, students will complete 3 assessments and they're all based around making games, except we use different platforms for each of them. The first task that we complete is a simple game design using Game Maker. So rather than having a game that can do absolutely everything like shooting, jumping, things like that, it only has one movement. So it's a little bit harder to start planning for. 3D game design is where we use a program called Blender to make our games. It is a little bit easier because it's a bit like drag and drop as well. And then in our last assessment task, we look at using Unity or Unreal Engine, depending on what we have access to create an amazing 3D virtual experience. Now, let me show you a couple of examples so you can see what you're getting into. This is an example of the first game, the simple game design, okay? Now, automatically, this game points you towards the right of screen, and the only movement that I can do is press my left key. Now, you've got items to collect as well, and you've got to dodge the red things. You can go across the edge, oh, nearly. And then, obviously, you'll get to a stage where you end up losing. Anyway, let me get out of that. So there's an example of the first game. Now this is an example of Blender using a 3D environment to make a game. Now I can rotate my little character here, and I can also get a running start and jump to the other, or jump too far. It's pretty cool because if it hits the blue screen, like if it hits the blue thing there, it just restarts. So let me try and make this jump. Last go. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, never mind. Alright, get back out of that and get into the game. Now, what this course may lead to, this is once again an introduction into ICT here at Mount Clear College. This subject will lead on to completing computing units 1, 2, 3 and 4 at Mount Clear College. We do have an emphasis on theory as well, and that theory links in to what you would learn in those computing units at VCE. Skills that will be developed by completing this subject is we're going to develop our skills in creating video games using different platforms, as well as developing coding skills in C++. Some selection advice for you. If you're interested in ICT and want to learn some fun new skills, you're more than welcome to complete this subject, okay? You do not have to complete Year 9 game design and animation to be able to select this subject. If you decide that this is something that interests you, you don't have to complete the Year 9 version of this. You can complete the Year 10 version. Now, you also don't need to know how to code to complete this subject. We will teach you and help develop your skills, no matter where they're at, okay? Finally, this subject is not for students that just want to play video games. There are a lot of skills that we learn, so you have to be relatively independent in your learning. There's also a lot of theory that we will complete. So it's not all fun and games. We do a lot of theory that leads us into VCE and completing the computing subject at VCE. So with that in mind, I hope that you think about completing this subject because it's a lot of fun. You'll enjoy it. Thank you very much.